How can you increase your chance of winning more money when you encounter the following game? Have you ever heard about the two-envelope paradox? Well, the original paradox is called the two-envelope paradox, but here we will use money bags instead. Anyway, the paradox goes as follows. You are presented with two indistinguishable money bags, each containing a sum of money. One money bag contains twice as much as the other. You can choose one money bag and keep the amount of money inside. After you have made your choice, you are given the option to switch money bags. Now, what you should do? Should you switch money bags? Let's think about that a little. The first thing that comes to mind is that each money bag containing a certain amount of money is 50-50, so switching wouldn't make a difference. But let's say you would like to give a second thought to this problem and calculate the expected value of the switching decision. Let's say you choose a money bag randomly, and let's say that it contains X dollars. The other money bag either contains 2X dollars or 0.5x dollars. The probability of each of these outcomes is equal, so the expected value of the other money bag is as follows. This is greater than the expected value of your current money bag, which is just X dollars. Therefore, it looks like it is better to switch the money bags. However, this is a symmetrical problem. If you switch the money bag and calculate the expectation of switching again, wouldn't it be reasonable to switch again? Then, why did you switch in the first place? There must be something wrong with our calculations. The error in this calculation lies in a subtle misunderstanding. The two x's in the calculation actually represent different values that is incorrectly equated. In particular, the 2x represents the expected value in the other envelope given that it is the larger one, and the 0.5x represents the expected value in the other envelope given that it is the smaller one. Another, perhaps more intuitive way to understand the resolution is by considering the total amount of money in the game, which is 3x, which is fixed regardless of which money bag you choose. But now, the amount in your money bag given that it is the larger one is well defined, which is 2x. And the amount in your money bag given that it is the smaller one is just x. The expected return from switching is then as follows. Which means there is no advantage or disadvantage to switching, which is exactly as expected. Now, is there anything we can do to increase our chances? Well, with these rules, no. But if after we made our initial choice, we are allowed to check how much money is in our money bag, then things can be a little different. In this case, the apparent paradox continues to hold, as this opportunity gives the player no new information, since even after he checks how much money he has in his money bag, the player still doesn't know if this amount equals to x or 2x. However, it turns out that this opportunity allows the player to choose the larger money bag with a probability greater than 0.5. This is an extremely surprising result, possible only by using a randomized strategy. First, the player chooses a random positive number, which we denote here as z. It can be any positive number in any range. Of course, if you already know the range of the amount of money you can win, choose z within that range. Now, as the next step, we are going to compare it to the money we got in the bag we selected. If z is smaller than the amount of money we have, the player chooses to stay. The number in his money bag is large, so he does not want to switch. If, on the other hand, z is greater than the amount of money the player has in the money bag, the player chooses to switch. Intuitively, the player has found that the number in his money bag is small, so he wants to switch. At this moment, you might be thinking, what the hell? Why are we doing such a strange random thing? Well, let me explain. There are three cases. The first case is that z is less than the numbers in both money bags. In this case, the player will choose to keep his money bag, no matter if the player has the larger amount or the player has the smaller one. The randomization doesn't help or hurt the player here. The player still has an even chance of having the larger or smaller money bag. Okay, let's now see the second case. Z is greater than the numbers in both money bags. In this case, the player will choose to switch his money bags, no matter if the player has the larger amount or the player has the smaller one. Again, the randomization doesn't help or hurt the player here. There is an even chance of switching to the larger or smaller money bag. Now, let's see the exciting case. Case number 3. Z is in between the numbers in each money bag. In this case, if the player started with the smaller money bag, the player would choose to switch and thus end up with the larger money bag. If the player instead started with the larger money bag, the player would choose to stay. In either case, the player would end up with the larger money back. So long as the third case has a positive probability of occurring, the player will get the larger money back with a probability greater than 0.5. All in all, the two envelope or money bags paradox is an interesting probability theory problem that challenges our intuition. By understanding the expected values and probabilities involved, we can arrive at the correct solution. If after making a selection you are allowed to see the amount of money you have in your money bag, then you can increase your chance of winning a better prize. However, if you are not allowed, then your decision doesn't really matter.